The Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE. It's electrified. So you can boogie woogie woogie into the forest. Boogie woogie woogie through the mud. Or boogie woogie woogie to work, where you boogie woogie woogie down the hall to your boss's office to tell him you quit.
Sure got the boogie.
Then you boogie woogie woogie to the elevator as he boogie woogie woogies after you, begging, please, take me with you. Boogie. The electrified Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE. Learn more at Jeep.com. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one with the face. Crooked smile holding you back? Try Motto Clear Liners. Upgrade your smile for about half the price of Invisalign. That includes a real-life dentist. Because who wants to do their own dental work? Motto Clear Liners. Motivate yourself. Your smile, your life. Doc included. Get moving at MottoAligners.com. Average cost of Invisalign is $5,000. Treatment is highly individualized. Cost may vary by case.
Hello. Welcome in. We're going to reach out to Trump right now. Let's start by getting Trump on the podcast. Welcome to the show. Oh, my God. Trump indicted. Now, I've never seen something that's been so unbelievably covered with so little information being known. All we know is that a bunch of folks who discussed this shit, they said, yeah, we think there's a reason to go ahead and arrest Trump. The indictment. What's in the indictment? Oh. What's going to happen? Oh. So we got to call Trump right now and get a hold of him. You know, like on my phone, if you look, he's actually just saved as Trump. There it is. Let's get him on right now and figure out what the hell is going on here. Hope he picks up. My God.
This is the President, Donald Trump.
Mr. President, how are you?
You know, not so great. Is this Big Front Zane, my favorite pal?
Yes, sir. It's good to hear your voice again. I understand that there's there's a bit of a dust up. The latest is you're going to have to turn yourself in. You've been indicted.
You know, this New York grand jury, these people that it's a witch hunt, Big Fraud Zane. They're coming at me at all these angles, and they've got nothing. You know, giving money is completely not illegal. You know, I don't even know what the indictment is for. When you look at it, you look at the great witch hunts of Salem and such. There's been no one that's been more hunted than Donald Trump when you think about it.
I think that's just a figure of speech, you know? I mean, I don't know if we need to go back, Salem witch hunts. But
well, you look at it, they've got nothing on me. You know, the truth is you're going to see there was nothing illegal given with money. It's just money. You're giving money to somebody. No big deal.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna throw it out and you're going to see nothing happen. It's so true. And that's the truth. They've got nothing on me in New York.
Mr. President, it sounds some of the folks are talking. They're suggesting you're on the toilet right now as we speak.
Well, that's absurd. That's absolutely absurd. I mean, if I was on the toilet, that would be so great because it would be gold, of course. I flush so many documents down the toilet, Big Fraud Zane. I'm not flushing anything right now.
Right. Why, that was... It sounds like that handle's busted, sir. You might... It started to go, and then it, cut it off.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Big Fraud Zane. I'm just enjoying my usual breakfast sandwich. The thing is, I got to probably go to New York at some point. Yeah. And, the thing is, they've got nothing on me. Now they're trying to pin me on stuff in Georgia, and they're not going to find anything there either.
Okay. So now, is it on the schedule? Don't you have to leave Florida and Mar-a-Lago and go turn yourself in to the authorities? I thought that was part of it.
This is going to be the greatest publicity maybe I've ever had for a presidential campaign. We're gonna do great things with the mugshot. I've got plans for that. You're gonna see wonderful things with that. The press and the PR, they're gonna be all over the news cycle. Really, if you think about it, the Democrat witch hunting, jury duty people, court judge guys, they're just doing Donald Trump a big favor when you think about it.
Did you say witch hunt jury duty people, Mr. President?
That's right. These Democrats, they're coming at me from every angle you could imagine.
The word is that your latest arch nemesis, you call him Ron DeSanctimonious, is assisting. He's saying, there's no way I'm going to participate in this, and I'll make sure that the state of Florida has nothing to do with the extradition of President Trump.
DeSanctimonious is such a pile of shit, Big Fraud Zane. We all know it. Look at the rallies. How many people showed up to my speech versus how many. He's a washed up nobody. DeSanctimonious. He has no idea what he's doing. And he wouldn't even be governor if it weren't for my wonderful endorsement, which I got to admit, maybe I regret endorsing such a clown now,
Well, so are you suggesting that him announcing that he's not going to aid in the extradition is just him trying to make himself look good? Is that what you're thinking, sir?
That's right. I mean, he's trying to get into my PR stunt here. It's like he's trying to get free publicity out of it, and it's so dirty,
Okay, so you're actually happy that they've come up with an indictment. This is good news for you, right, sir?
Absolutely. Like I told you, there's nothing's going to come of it. There's no misdemeanors, there's no felonies. Nothing's going to happen. You're going to see maybe the Robert Cohen or whatever, the lawyer that I had, maybe he signed a document wrong. You're going to find that out. But it's not going to be a big deal. Now, and this is just free publicity.
So did you give money or did you not? Because you said first you're saying, I give money, and then you're like, did you have an affair? Because I thought in the past you had denied an affair.
Look at her. She's got a horse face. Stormy Daniels. There's no way Donald Trump would ever touch that. Not in a million years. The thing is, when you're running for president, there's so many people that are giving away money to things. I don't know. That's why we don't know. And you're going to see that nobody knows once we get to New York.
You called her a horse face. I don't see that at all. I think she's, she looks like a porn star. She's pretty attractive, frankly.
Well, maybe I don't know, but I don't think so. I would never touch that. There's no way on planet Earth.
You got Melania. I'm sure Melania would. She'd be very, very upset if she found out that you had an affair, Mr. President.
Of course. I think she'd be very pissed off because it didn't happen. And she's with me every day. She's in the toilet with me right now.
She's in the toilet. Well, that's unbelievable. I thought you weren't in the toilet. You said you weren't there.
Right, I'm nowhere near the toilet. If I was, it would be gold, and you know how I like gold toilets.
Right,
Broad Zane.
Right.
You maybe you want a gold toilet. Maybe if you had some money or something.
I would. Yeah, I definitely don't have the money that you have, Mr. President.
But the truth is, they're not going to get me on anything. You got to say, as much as I know about this, which is nothing. There's nothing about this.
Right.
There's nothing's going to happen. It's just a great publicity stunt. Maybe the best orchestrated Democratic teardown we've ever seen.
Someone is suggesting that Melania is the actual toilet that in that room.
Oh, that's absurd. I've never pissed on anybody or shit on them. That's horrible. Why would you do that?
Mr. President, we can't thank you enough for your time. I know you're going through a lot, and
I'm probably going to be pretty busy in the coming days, but I'm going to take as you know, it's a presidential campaign I'm running, one of the best maybe, and I'm great patriots. If anything were to happen, which I don't think it's going to happen,
right?
They are prepared to stand up and stand by.
Stand up.
The President of the United States.
Stand up. And yes, I remember you talked to the Proud Boys. You said stand by and stand down or whatever the hell it was. But maybe you could have them kind of raid the Capitol again.
Well, I'm just saying, if anything would happen to President Trump, the great patriots in this country, they're prepared. They are prepared, Big Fraud Zane, to do things maybe that we've never seen before. They're not going to stand for their president, the greatest president of all time, by the way.
Real quick.
To be indicted for anything.
Real quick, before we wrap up, I was going to mention this to you. There's a local guy, a radio legend in town named Pudding, who... I mean, this guy.
What a horrible name.
Yeah.
He goes by Pudding?
He goes by, that is his name, and he's like your biggest supporter. Okay, so he's all about it, man.
What, is that his stage name or something? What's his real name?
I think that's actually his real name. And he goes.
That's insanity.
Right.
I don't know. Well, we've got, if he's maybe he's a patriot. I don't know.
I think he thinks he is. I know he's has the usual talking points that all of the people who support you have, sir. So you've got an ally right here in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. He loves you.
Well, of course. I'm great friends with Glenn Beck as well. Maybe he's trying to do some of that.
You never know. I mean, he could be the next Glenn Beck, sir. You might want to, just another
I'll
arrow.
write it down. You said it's like pudding, like the pudding cups that Bill Cosby used to sell.
Correct. His name is Pudding. That is his name, and he loves you, and so I think.
Well, maybe I should be on his show instead of your crap show. With your crap people that I don't even know. I don't even know your crappy people. I don't know what they do. And I think you might be a Democrat. I don't know. I watched some material of yours. I don't know.
Well, all right. You reach out to him and then let me know how that goes, okay?
All right, go fuck yourself, Big Fraud Zane. We'll see you maybe next week. We'll talk again. I don't know.
Okay. Thank
you. Otherwise,
you.
the Patriots, they're going to have to do things.
Thank you, minutes. Thank you for the minutes that he just hung up. He told me to go fuck myself. I've never had that happen. He's talking about a pile of shit and all of a sudden he flips out on me and tells me to go. The president just told me to go fuck myself. That's a first. Hey, he's okay. Now he says this is a great thing, this whole indictment, but you see, he's never used that type of profanity before. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was great. And then the hang up is always exceptional. Mid-thought, just hanging up. But, yeah, I think he might be under some real duress there, and he's just trying not to indicate as such, Wow. Let's see here. Concerning our pal Pudding, Tyler says, my in-laws listen to Yogurt every day. His show starts out with the national anthem, and it makes me roll my eyes whenever I hear it. Oh, yeah, I think... I actually hate our national anthem now because Pudding has hijacked it along with hijacking Christianity. That whale walked by me today. Again, hello. And I look right at him and then walk right by him. It's the most awkward thing ever. And I don't think this stupid stooge knows the shit that I talk about him on here. Otherwise, he would tell on me or some bit of bullshit like that. Like that's going to do anything. So, when I started the week over at Wood, I was like, I'll just avoid. Now I'm seeking him out. So now I've completely abandoned ship on that whole idea. Those poor people that job working there is their livelihood. Like if they don't have it, they don't have a livelihood. That's not me. I don't need to do any of that. So I have so much I don't give a fuckitis when I come face to face with the MAGA version of the McDonald's character Grimace. Holy shit. Anyway. Who Cut the Cheese says, but why burn bridges then? LOL. There's no bridge there. That is not a bridge. Are you talking about with the management? Well, they love me. I have no problem there. They're fantastic. Oh my God, Trump! What a thing, and it's true because, excuse me, the news broke last night that he's been indicted, and that is literally all the news you have, other than Tuesday, Trump is supposed to turn himself in. DeSantis, this is a smart move because when he decides to announce his campaign, it's going to be very important for him to get as many Trump voters to vote for him. And if he can stay above the attacking that Trump is doing and keep it on a level like, well, hey, I support former President Trump. If you remember, I did everything I could to keep him from getting. He doesn't have to do anything. The idea when you hear that someone's about to be to go through extradition, that's like if Nate Bull kills a bunch of anti-abortion activists in front of the abortion clinic today, and in another state. Let's say he travels back to Michigan, he goes to the abortion clinic, and he throws a hand grenade at the anti-abortion protesters. And then he goes back to Kentucky. When they figure out that it's him, he has to be extradited back to Michigan. Trump, for whatever this is, it's not like they're going to go get him and hunt him down and raid his house and lock him up and drive him in a piece of shit bus across the country back to New York City. No. He's going to get in his private jet, have sex with women he doesn't know, probably get drunk, land, and then go and turn himself in. They're going to take a stupid mugshot. He's going to run his fingerprints. And this is all, I don't even know if this is a felony charge. With a misdemeanor, it might just be pay a fine or here's a court date, get the fuck out of here. But I'm pretty sure, my gut tells me that it will be a felony charge somehow. Word on the street is that, Trump, we all know he had an affair with this hooker, this porno actress. And A, don't say anything, gives her money, but he has Cohen do it, and it's funneled through the campaign. It doesn't say money to pay off whore. It's listed as something different, and this breaks the law when it comes to campaigns and transparency. These things are like this to avoid corruption. That's why these rules exist in the first place. With a couple of with some dots being connected, you could determine that a person has or has not committed a felony. Now, the usual dumb fucks like Pudding will think like the former president there and say, "Oh yeah, this is a witch hunt. This is this," and they might be right, okay, or they might make a bigger deal, as big of a deal about it as they can, to get him in trouble. And then the question is this politically motivated? Well, of course it's politically motivated. Trump's the most loved and vilified person on the planet, at least in the United States. And the ones that hate him would love nothing more than to have him neutered or dismissed completely. And folks on the left are like, well, we know full well he's a threat. So sure, it's politically motivated. A lot of people hate Trump. But if they can take a political motivation and prove that he broke the law, I would do that too. Who cares? It doesn't fucking matter. In fact, it helps you for the narrative to be that it's politically motivated. And the reason why it helps you, because you'll have an easier time convincing a judge that this is all bullshit because people hate you. So you gotta run with this. The quicker Trump starts to paint himself as the victim, which probably has always been the case, the better luck he'll have in making this go away. But honestly, I don't even know if he wants that. The more that Trump has people trying to get him in trouble, the more that emboldens his base. Okay? And that's good for business. You start to martyr the man. Now, let's be perfectly clear here. Yes, politically motivated. Yes, do I think that people who break the law like him need to be made an example of? Absolutely. That's why we actually have laws. That's the basis for everything when it comes to the judicial system. The laws are made. We have to play by the rules. If you don't, you're going to be made an example of. If you can make the biggest example ever in the history of the country to make sure that down the road, no other assholes do the same thing, and you can keep him from running for office or keep him out of actually having a campaign, 10 out of 10 times that's going to happen. Ryan says if the narrative stays true to the top secret documents, in 5 months we'll find out Biden made illegal hush payments. Cole says this will make him more powerful than ever. He's like Emperor Palpatine. Ew, your hate. Gah! Your little friends. Ah! Donut Dan says presidents have been banging women they should not be for years. Kennedy, Clinton, Trump are just a few we know of. All Democrats, by the way. Politics in the, not all Democrats, I'm sorry. Well, one is a Republican, so it doesn't matter. Politics in the U.S. suck and unfortunately are no longer about the people they serve, but self-interest. I don't know. I've never, ever once believed that. I've always been of people want to run the country. And if they can run the country the way they see fit and in doing so, facilitate others who also think like them. It's a little quid pro quo, if you will. Outside of Trump, though, to me, I really believe that everyone prior to Trump went into the game just wanting to do a good job. Trump, I believe, has no interest in the betterment of the greaseballs who support him. He does not care about Christianity. He doesn't care about you. He cares about himself. That is my firm belief. He's not a patriot. He doesn't even believe in God. He's never stepped foot in a fucking church. And anyone who says, oh, God bless President Trump, he's so religious. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'd like to get people who are supporters of Trump and ask them, do you think that he's ever cheated on Melania? And if they can actually say with a straight face, I think he's just a great husband to Melania. He would never do that. How the fuck? I mean, that's just proof that you're brainwashed. I would love it if they said, oh, fuck yes, he has. Who gives a shit? Some would say that. Hello? Hi. Okay, we got two friends. No, he's not in here. Okay. Going to the forest on spring break, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Kenny says the greatest husband, just like smug beer. Simply great. Trump is mud, says Cole. That's why none of this matters. If you keep throwing mud at mud, everyone already knew it was mud. So who cares? Yeah, but that's not cool. Why? Well, then why? I mean, that's the guy you want in the White House? You want him leading the country? I wonder if Melania, if it's just a marriage for image only. I mean, that's what has to be, right? I mean, I find it hard to believe that Melania, one of the hottest women to ever walk the face of the earth, is like in a room in the corner weeping like, I just want my husband back. All these affairs. I love him so much. He's mine. I just find that impossible to wrap my brain around. That can't be true. It's got to be just Trump just said, hey, look, I want you to marry me. You're going to be by my side. It's it's for image only. And that's it. You know, however long ago they got married. And you can bang around with, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know your name. You go ahead and you can have whatever relationship you want. I'll pay you top dollar and just be at my side. And that's all you do. I mean, that would not, I think that actually is more of a possibility than her actually loving that man. You know? As we welcome in Bruce. How you doing, buddy? In here, O'Neill wandering around. Queen of the Forest taking care of the dogs. All right. What do my notes say? Trump indicted. Witch hunt. Yes, of course it is. DeSantis, no extradition. All right. That is all I have to say about this. We're moving on to the next topic. Now, you can listen to Who Are These Zanes, where Ben and I listen to old audio air checks of me, different points in my career. Most very early, but some not exactly. Like, it's more in the middle. You know, we featured stuff from the early 2000s that I'm like, oh, my God, what the fuck is that? Still working on my 10,000 hours, I guess, at that point or whatnot. Not that it's any wondrous thing now or anything acceptable or listenable. That's right. That's some self-deprecation right there. But my reason why I bring this up is because in addition to there being another episode of Who Are These Zanes tomorrow on Patreon, debuting at midnight, you know, especially lately, with doing fill-in work and stuff like that and working with iHeart. You know, been several opportunities where I've had to do a show with a new person. And in the year 2025, that will be my 40th year of talking into microphones. And I'm going all the way back to the first time I sat in front at 89.1 FM WPHS as Easy Rhymes and busted out my rap show, as you all have heard many, many times.
That was LL Cool J on 89.1 WPHS. It's 20 past the hour of 8 in the city of Warren. I want to see those phone lines lighting up at 751 FM 89. You ask for Easy Rhyme, you talk to the main man, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince right here on 89.1 WPHS.
I think my favorite one is after I think summer hit, so we stopped doing the show. So then I came back.
Spew Live crew on 89.1 WPHS, your one and only rap station in the city of Warren. We're back after a long departure, 3.5 months to be exact.
Long departure.
We're going to keep it going with Heavy D and the boys.
Where's the, okay. I think this is the first one. No.
89.1 WPHS.
Okay. No. This one. This is when I introed the show. The show starts, you play like music, you talk over it, say, yeah, this is my rap show.
Attention in the city of Warren. This is easy on 89.1 WPHS. We're going to tear it up. Favorite songs from your favorite artists. We've got 2 hours, 8 till 10 p.m. I'm going to want to hear those phone calls. 751 FM 89 is the number. Let's hear your suggestions. Let's start it off right away with Run DMC, Together Forever.
Hey, yo, man, can we see the mics, man?
1, 2, and I say... I didn't sit down and do the show today and think, oh my God, I want to go back and listen to shit when I was 15 years old. Young Adam Schwab says, how far past that high school did the signal reach? You'd be surprised. That was different than the college station. The high school station covered all of Warren. So the high school is located at 13 Mile and Hoover. And we used to, because white kids living in the suburbs, we wanted to see if our show could be exposed to blacks. Where I lived, there were no black people at the time. Now there's a ton of black people that live in Warren. But all we wanted was black people listening to the show. We love the idea of that. So one of us would go on the air, and then we'd get in the car and drive to 8 Mile, like the 8 Mile. And it's like, okay, I got it. I can hear it. And, we'd like listen, and then we'd pull over and pay phone. Hey, I can hear it. I'm going to go up to fucking DeQuinder. Hang up. Holy shit, I'm at John R. I can still hear it. There's black people everywhere. This is fucking awesome. Click. So that's the history of that part of it. There's always something new to discuss when I play those clips. Memories jogged. But the reason why I bring all this shit up, because in the nearly 40 years, and several times I'll sit down with a radio host and I'm like, oh boy, this seems like it's fucked. Like it's hard. It's like nothing's working. It just seems clumsy and awkward. And I mean, even when I started with Free Beer and Hot Wings, initially it was just somehow, despite generally not liking Greg, and Hot Wings doing absolutely nothing to improve the show, we managed to establish some degree of rapport between us that made it an entertaining show. So I'm told. This week, I sat down with two people I have never done anything with. I take it back. I did one show on Wood AM about 4 weeks ago. Steve Kelly was there. I was filling in for Bakita. Adam, the producer, was there. Smitty's in for the first hour, and then she goes over to 105.7 with Mac for 2 hours, and then it's just Steve and I. But this week, it was Lauren doing Steve's job and your old pal EZ doing Bakita's job. and Adam, the producer. And seriously, so you get all these, you got several hours each day. And very quickly, within seconds, I was like, this is good. This works. I could sense it. I was like, oh boy, this is going to be easy. No heavy lifting here. This is going to be a piece of cake. I tell you what, I don't know about the future of the whole industry, but these are very talented people. I enjoyed spending time with them. Though I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I really looked forward to going in there. That was a great time, and I'm looking forward to it next week too, because I hit it off with Steve really well weeks ago. So I'll be there Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But I bring this up because I was just flabbergasted at the ease of which that we were able to like gel and put on a show that is fun to listen to and have that type of give and take and banter and for me, it boils down to resisting the urge to do too much or say something stupid, because I always want to drop something that's just, because when it comes to Wood Radio, whereas like on another station, I may run up to the line. And on this particular podcast I'm doing right now, it's like I jump over the line and just stay there for hours and then maybe saunter back occasionally. But on Wood, you got to be careful. You got to, okay, if the line is the 50-yard line, you got to stay at about the 19-yard line looking at the 50. And just, hi, line. We're going to avoid you. So, it's like that. But I had so much fun. It was, I felt that, I don't know. You just feel like you're kind of invulnerable, and no matter what's going on, sounds good. I know it felt good to me, and that's usually the one litmus test that you need to have. Are you who's doing it? Are you enjoying your time? Because if you are, chances are people who hear it will feel the same way. Are you do you look forward to the day? And if you can somehow get to that point, that's it. There's no other secret sauce. Are you having fun? I feel that way when I do this show. I've always enjoyed coming in here for now 1,030 today times doing this. I can tell you that sitting in here yesterday, post the passing of my dog, was the best thing that could happen in this room. It was very therapeutic to explain, the perspective of something as tragic as that was, so that all worked. I can't say enough. I mean, that's the only reason why I bring this up, because of how fantastic that felt. I really enjoyed that. So kudos to them. Great crew over there, except Pudding. And they're awesome. I appreciate them. Now, related to that, the chemistry, the give and take between my new best friends, Lauren and Adam. I don't know what was going on here. And I don't know if word got back to the Queen of the Forest. But I was like laying in bed last night and getting ready for night-night. And Diana goes, so who is this Lauren? I'm like, uh-oh. And I'm like, what's she thinking? What's going on in that noggin? If it had been, who's Lauren? That's one thing. But it was, who's this Lauren? You learn to read these things. I go, what do you mean? I mean, because I'm doing the show with her all week. So to ask me, who is she? Well, you know who she is. She works for the radio station, and she's running the show, and I'm there reading a fucking sportscast. I don't say I'm thinking it, but I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who's Lauren? What's her last name? Smith. Immediately, she perks up. Oh, Smitty! I go, yes. I love her. Oh, my God. She's on with Mac and on Star 105.7. It's my favorite radio station. Oh, my God. You're working with her? Holy Jesus fuck. Oh, man. Wow. I go, yeah. Tell me about it. Exactly. Shoo. So I, midway through the show today, I called Diane on conference call. I go, hey, good news. Guess who I'm introducing you to now? Miss Lauren. I go, yes, it's Diana, Lauren, Diane, and Adam, the producer. So it was all good. I mean, and right away, it's like fast friends. You can just sense it. You can see this building quickly. So I'm looking into my Eric Zane crystal ball here, and I can picture Lauren and her fantastic husband, Chris, and their kids coming over to the Eric Zane Show Podcast household, and I'll make some Slaughter the Turks salmon or meatballs or a pasty, and yeah, be able to meet, hang out, and then the ladies will get drunk on wine, you know? And we'll be like, oh, boy, we're trying to play Cards Against Humanity or something, and they're, oh my God, woo, yeah! Unbelievable. What a week. What a week. I said to these folks, I reached out to Lauren and Adam, and I tell you what, they really, really made my week. I wrote, I was very excited every day to get up and go to work to be with you two. I had so much fun. We are friends for life. They agreed. So, at the end of the day, the week turned out pretty damn good. Thank you. So, if you're enjoying the show right now, through Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, I must send you off on your way. As a reminder, follow me, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, if you want this show uninterrupted. For the longest time, it started at 8 a.m. Next week, Monday, I have to take Diana to the doctor's. So I'm not going to be starting at 8 a.m., if at all. It's up in the air. Tuesday, Wednesday is a lot like this week. I have to do radio again, so I'll start at 10 a.m. on Tuesday and Wednesday. But typically it's 8 a.m. Eastern time. Go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, either on your desktop, laptop, or download the Twitch app on your mobile device and search Eric Zane Live, all one word. And follow the page so you know when I go live. And then subscribe. I appreciate it if you subscribe. You can do that by linking up your Amazon Prime account. Just where it is twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Click the red button to link up the account. And then every month, you have to subscribe over. Just click the little button at the bottom of the screen when you're watching. Okay, I know this is a lot, but I like to make sure that everybody knows all of the places you can find me. My podcast, the audio podcast, is available for free download wherever you download shows. Just search Eric Zane Show on your favorite app, including iHeart. Send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. All right. I'm about to kick you all out. Not all of you. Them. Facebook and Twitch. Brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter, brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Thank you, Kent. Drop the E out of you for subscribing with Prime. And follow me on YouTube as well. Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Chris says, what are we going to do for the big 1,000 followers mark on Twitch? I don't think I'm there yet, and I'm glad you asked or bring that up because I haven't looked in a long time. We're still hovering at 970. Whatever. Take it or leave it. Come and go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gwyneth Paltrow has won her lawsuit against some guy. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. I guess the dude's name was Terry Sanderson. The way that unfolded was they're both skiing. There's a collision. And then that's it. Sanderson says she destroyed him. He couldn't move. And like he says, I couldn't move any of my extremities. Now he walks in, he's fine. And it's like, well, that's all a lie. That didn't happen. So I'm already going to assume that you're making all this shit up and you just want money. He sued her for like millions of dollars. Judge threw all that out, ends up allowing $300,000 that he can sue for. She countersued for $1. It's all a symbolic thing. And she won. She won. He lost. After the court case, she actually got up, walked across the courtroom, and spoke to the dude. Audio check. Oh, shit. Every time. Video check. This is how that unfolded.
This court is now adjourned. Thank you.
Let my client slip out before.
Yes, everyone remain seated while the parties leave.
I'm going to make a quick statement. Ms. Paltrow is not going to be making a statement today.
Okay, you saw that. She said, I wish you well. He said, thank you, dear. Okay, now look at that look on her face.
This court is now adjourned. Thank you.
Okay, and she's like already got her keys. She's ready. She just picks up her shit and leaves.
Client slip out before.
Because she's super famous.
Yes, everyone remain seated while the parties leave.
I'm going to make a quick statement. Ms. Paltrow is not going to be.
Okay, now they say that it says, I wish you well. But I don't think that's true. I think she said, fuck you, you old fuck off.
Making a statement today.
And then where it says, thank you, dear, he says, shut up, bitch.
So you can make the statement outside, Mr. Owens.
I will do that.
Okay.
And that's that. She just rides off into the sunset. Man. Now, if you're her, she's going to keep it classy. She probably did say, I wish you well. And this is something we talked about on the radio today. Is that the next bless your heart? Bless your heart means fuck you. I didn't know that for the longest time. I remember specifically, I've told this story before. I was in Tennessee. And I was being an asshole or something like that in front of a sales lady. And she said, oh, bless your heart. And it didn't even occur to me that meant you're a fucking moron. And she walked out and Billy goes, oh, man, that was bad. I go, what do you mean it's bad? Well, you heard her. Well, yeah, I heard her. Did she say fuck you? Well, yeah, she said fuck you. I go, what fucking planet are you on? I didn't hear her say, fuck you. Well, I didn't hear her say, fuck you, but I heard her say, bless your heart. And she just said, fuck you. What the fuck are you talking about? In the South, if you say, bless your heart, that means, fuck you. I go, it does? Dumb fucking Yankees like you don't know that shit. Here the women aren't slobs like you Yankee fucks, so we just say bless your heart when you're nothing but a fuck stick. She just said, fuck you. I'm like, holy shit, what? Are you kidding me? So I looked it up. Bless your heart meaning. Now, here it says used to express fondness or sympathy for someone. But on the Wikipedia, it says is a phrase common to the southern United States. The phrase has multiple meanings. It's used to express genuine sympathy and as an insult that conveys condescension, derision, or contempt. Spoken as a precursor to an insult to mitigate its severity. Meanings range from you are dumb but can't help it to, and it actually says, fuck you, and are primarily imparted through context and tone. While common in the South, it is primarily used by individuals who wish to, quote, be sweet and do not wish to act ugly. I think that's more devastating than saying, fuck you. My God. In my opinion, there's no one in the southern United States who uses that sweetly. You know, you're at a funeral and your dad's dead. And you're like, oh, bless your heart. Oh, fuck you too. So I think I wish you well is coming on as an insult. I wish you well as an insult. Cora, if someone ends their response with they wish you well, is that always a way of saying goodbye and that they never want to talk to you again? This person writes, I only use it with people I never want to communicate with again. So I guess it has to do with context. It says confusing if not from the us or maybe regional. Confusing if not from the U.S. or maybe regional U.S. Bless your heart has different contexts by region in the U.S. It's a hope they change. Okay, this one says it's a hope that they change, but I'm not going to stick around for it. It's a nice way of saying fuck off. Yes. All right. Are there other nice things you can say that mean go fuck yourself? This person writes, every time I've used it and due to context, 50% of the time I get no response ever again. The other 50%, it's you too or you as well, and then we're done. The only time I've received it has been when I've either been a jerk or the person's problematic, and I'm happy I'm not going to deal with them again. My responses have ranged from no response to apologizing. Yeah, like my new pals Lauren and Adam. I would have never said, I wish you well. You know, I would want to say something that actually comes from the heart when talking to my new best friends. So I would avoid saying, I wish you well. And I sure as fuck am not going to say, bless your heart. Kenny writes, it's meeting time. Y'all have a good day. And bless your heart, Eric. Oh, man, I just told him to fuck off. Kenny, a resident hillbilly fucker, says it comes from, quote, if you can't say something nice. I don't ascribe to that with the if you can't say something nice. If you can't say something nice, I will amend that. If you cannot say something nice, say something mean. That's what you need to do. All right. Kent's going to Florida for spring break. He's going to say, bless your heart to everyone in Florida. Donut Dan from Dirty Donut Race, which is coming up very fast, and I haven't sent you anything. What a fucking idiot. I'm writing that down right now. My apologies. Bless my heart. Holy cow. People say, oh, bless your heart to me all the time. I guess that confirms it. Kenny says it doesn't always mean that, though, and that's true. Robbie Mashit. First time chat, welcome. Says, when my trans neighbor asks me, do I look fat in this dress? I just smile. What? No. Are you being transphobic? Is that what's going on there? I think you are. I think you're going to have to work that out of your system somehow. My God. All right. So that could very well be what's going on with Wish You Well. Okay, I'm going to take a break. But before I do, I want to remind you that Patreon is listener-supported, ad-free, and available for you at patreon.com/Eric Zane. In case you don't know, I do this podcast every day of the week, and then I do a separate bonus podcast, plus Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia, Lost Zane Recordings, and Zane Asylum. Who Are These Zanes? Hours and hours of material in addition to the free podcast. So if you're like, hey, I want something more to listen to, it's there for you if you want. If not, totally fine. Totally cool. I get it. But if you're on the fence, like maybe, but I don't know. The way to go is just for $5, just try it 1 month. $5 is all the audio. $10 a month is all the audio and the video. If after that month you're like, it's fine, but nah, that's cool. Just cancel it. Very easy to do. I don't make that difficult. If you're really suspicious of me, try it, like pay for it, and then immediately cancel it. And then you will get it for 30 days. And then in case you forget to renew, it'll just end, and then you won't get hammered with another $5 charge or a $10 charge. But if you like it, buy the yearly because it's 10% off. So what was $60 for a year is $54. What was $120 is $108. There you go. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Normally on a Friday, we bring Rick in, but he's super busy. He will not be available to chat with us. He's doing various business things. No problem. Thank you, Kent County Health Department. Love these people over there. So, Eric Zane for HelloFresh. You're going to save 60% plus free shipping. Pay attention. Here are the options for you. Take the family out to eat, and then you're bankrupt by the end of the month. That's out. Okay, I'm going to plan a bunch of meals. I'm going to do research, hours on end, go to the store, buy all this stuff. Somebody's going to crash into my car. I'm going to get home. Nobody's going to like it because I didn't do the recipe right. The instructions weren't clear. It goes to waste in the fridge. Blow even more money. And then everybody thinks you're a terrible preparer of meals. Or you can call upon America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh. I would just like you to try this. You know, I mean, we go way back, you and I. So just try this just once. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60, and then you'll use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. So the box comes to your door after you make the various checks of what you like and how much food you actually want to get, and then let it play out. It comes to your door. The instructions are perfect. They're on individual cards. All of the portions are measured so that nothing goes to waste. You plate the food, you pass it along to the family at the table, and they're like, this is fantastic. I am not kidding you. It is a life game changer. HelloFresh. Again, you go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60 and use the code Zane60, and that's 60% off plus free shipping. Now, this offer does not last forever, so now is the perfect time. As I'm talking to you, log on, do it, sign up, and then get ready to have some fun and be admired by your family and friends. And make sure you tell me how it goes. Reach out to me on email or whatever. Scream at me when I'm running down the street and tell me that I was right, because I am right. HelloFresh is fantastic. I swear by it. I love these folks. HelloFresh.com/Zane60 and use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. They didn't become America's #1 meal kit by doing anything other than being the best. Thank you, HelloFresh.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is a bacon or sausage egg croissant plus small seasoned potatoes for $3. It's the breakfast that don't miss. So if you did miss Wendy's breakfast, don't imagine. Fresh cracked eggs, sizzling sausage, crispy bacon, and block out those hot, buttery, flaky croissants. Croissants don't really make a sound, but if they did, for a breakfast that don't miss, Wendy's is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Select a request $3 breakfast deal to obtain discount. Not valid for a la carte or combo orders.
Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is this.
Let's go! Let's go!
Show up on day 1, work out with us for 30 minutes, feel good right away.
Yo!
Repeat 5 days a week for 3 weeks. We're a body, and we call that a body block. Take the 4th week off, and then start again. Choose a new body block each month. Have fun. Avoid burnout. Reach your goals.
But you're not going to quit on yourself today.
You in? Start a body block today. Visit body.com for a free trial. That's BODI.com.
If someone you know or love, or maybe it's you, unfortunately, and you're having trouble getting food on the table or feeding the family, for God's sake, I cannot imagine how horrible that is. Take this step and reach out to the Kent County Health Department. They will give you everything you need to know about signing up for the WIC program. Kent County Health Department found accesskent.com/health. Phone number 616-632-7200. Thank you to them. All right. Today is the last day of March. You have to the 18th to get your taxes done. I'll be talking about tag accounting until April 8th, and then that's it. No more reminders from your old pal EZ. You can still reach out to him up to the tax deadline to get your shit taken care of. But it's time to get going. All right? If you have not yet lifted one finger, let me help you. Continue to do that, but just call. Reach out to Tag Accounting, 616-301-9516 from anywhere in America. Nice lady by the name of Christina will pick it up. Christina, Eric Zane sent me. I need help. And then you don't do another thing. Nothing else. They take care of everything for you. You're not going to break the bank having to pay these people to give you the best tax return you've ever had. Quick, painless. Your money gets back in your account very quickly, and you're done. You get your money back from the government, 616-301-9516. The aforementioned Rick from TC Paintball. Oh, my God. April 30, Paintball War number 22 happens. I want you to be there. TCPaintballGR.com. Let me know if you're going to attend. Eric at EricZaneShow.com. Get the group together, and we will have fun. Chance for you to shoot your old pal, Eric Zane. Your old pal, EZ, has to go tinkle. Okay. Where are we here? What the hell is happening? I don't know. Thank you to Stevie for sending this link along of one of the greatest front men in the history of music. Rock and roll music. The undeniable power of Van Halen in the years of David Lee Roth. Here they are in their 20s. Dave actually is an athlete. dude with ease could put his foot over his head and spin around and do a roundhouse kick. Everybody was lean and strong and ripped, could sing perfectly. I mean, so much has happened. Age has set in. And I think there's something wrong with Dave's brain. I think that band even stayed together for as long as they did is a miracle, because he's such a jackass, Dave. Dave is a fucking pain in the ass. I remember there was we had a chance to talk to him. We said, "Hey Dave, what's going on?" And he goes, "Well, it's the greatest thing that we've got going on, man." We're like, "What?" "Yeah, we got a tour. It's going to be like a world tour, a Thunderbolt missile in your Cheerios. Donkeys and guitars and anything with an engine. And you can take it." And he's making that little sense. And he finished the sentence with all sorts of weird non sequiturs. "Yeah, it's going to be a Thunderbolt missile in your Cheerios. It's anything with an engine." And he's saying all that. And I go, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "I don't know." I don't know. As the years have gone on, he's playing with whatever band, playing Van Halen hits, and he'll just talk to the audience. That was on full display just the other night. Video, not so great. Audio's really all you need. They're playing, they're vamping over and over Bars of Panama. This is the part of the song where Dave's like, "I can barely see the road with the heat coming off of it. Reach down between my legs, ease the seat back. Do-do-do, do-do-do, right behind me. Do-do-do-do, da-da-da-da, power steering, busy bopping, be no stopping now, Panama." That's what's happening.
Welcome to Las Vegas. Full disclosure, I woke up after the sun went down tonight. That's not entirely unusual. I went to take a couple of aspirin and a glass of water, and I accidentally took 2 Vicodin and 3 shots of Patron.
Fans are so stupid. They go, "Yeah! He took Vicodin and washed it down with vodka. Fuck yeah!" You can say anything to fans, okay? In that case, he said, "I took some bunch of Vicodin and washed it down with Patron." If he had said, "I ate some semen and washed it down with gasoline," they'd go, "Yeah, fucking semen. Yeah. Oh, man." So, it's incredibly easy to get a pop from a crowd. And all I wanted him to do was just sit there.
I woke up after the sun went down tonight. That's not entirely unusual. I went to take a couple of aspirin and a glass of water, and I accidentally took 2 Vicodin and 3 shots of Patron. Hate when that happens.
I said this on yesterday's Ben and Eric. I go, it's like Ben doing stand-up right now. That's what this is.
Hey, are you filming this? Are we having a good time so far, right? She's smiling, I'm flying, got the beer in, flowers in, rings of mountain,
a cha-cha dance. Did you see that? What the fuck is it with him? This. And they love it. They fucking love it. Now that shows you the power of that song.
Who threw the bottle at me? Point him out. Put the lights on him down here. Point him out. You dumb motherfucker.
This is years ago.
That's okay. I see who it is. I was talking to your girlfriend before the show. And she said that if I ran into you tonight to tell you this message, asshole, she said to say,
Uh-oh. Get it? Ha, ha, ha.
You a rowdy bunch of motherfuckers, ain't you? Well, I brought an electrical guitar player who's...
I think he still looks like he's 85 years old, but with a wig on here.
Absolutely perfectly fitting for the ambience tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian Young on the electrical guitar.
This guy's like, you're not Eddie. Fuck you.
I want to fuck with this guy a little bit more. Your girlfriend was right. You are irritating.
Oh, good one, Dave. This one says Dave pissed off at Van Halen from 1986. This is actually kind of fun.
Shed a tear and said, just like any band.
This is right after he left the band.
Any band. We're having a career difference here. We're having a musical difference. And we're going to go our own ways. And we cried and we hugged and he split. And 2 weeks later, I'm reading in Rolling Stone what an asshole I am. And how poor little Eddie was forced to spend the last 12 years of his life living a lie. It's like a fucking National Enquirer or something. And here comes his wife, to back it up, and on and on and on. So I stayed quiet for 6 months, 7 months. And I'm just reading diatribe after harangue, after this, after that, again and again and again. And I still believe it's not necessary to make a comparison. I don't think you have to make a choice, but Van Halen demands it. Van Halen is demanding, for some bizarre, retarded reason, for the audience to make a choice. You have to either love us and hate him or vice versa. They demand it. Well, I'll rise to the challenge. If we have to have a comparison, then fine. I eat you for breakfast, pal. I eat you and smile.
Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut. To go.
I don't talk about Van Halen, not once, on my stage during my show, and I haven't on this tour. I think we're on our 50th gig. I only started talking about Van Halen in the last several months after 6-7 months of silence, and they have taken it upon themselves to attack me every single opportunity.
All right. I can't take anymore. The alarms are going off in my head. It's like, it's fucking awful. Young Adam says, and people say Sammy Hagar sucks. There is no comparison. No, you're right. Sammy can still fucking sing. I remember also talking to him, and him during the tour. When Sammy and Dave toured together. It was Van Halen with both of them. So part of the show would be Dave and part of the show would be Sammy. I mean, it's so awkward. And Eddie said, Sammy actually said to Greg, Chris, Eric, I hate every minute of this, and I hate Dave. There is nothing cool about David Lee Roth. And he was not pulling any punches whatsoever. And I respected that so much because it was hilarious hearing him talk about it. Sammy Hagar is an absolute treasure. I've heard him from that conversation and from hearing him whenever anyone else interviews him, he's always the same type of affable and friendly and polite and just a genuinely nice man. He's absolutely spectacular. Now, That being said, if you said, Eric, what do you like Van Halen songs with Dave more than Sammy or Sammy more than Dave? I would say I prefer Van Halen songs with Dave over Sammy. But if I had to choose, I would choose Sammy because of his personality. So it's kind of weird. He's just a better soul. Dave's a fucking idiot. And don't even get me started about Gary Cherone. Gary Cherone is actually a fantastic performer. He's very, very good. He was in the absolute biggest lose-lose scenario that's ever existed. That poor guy. Just fucked right in the butt. Dave stinks. Yesterday, it was opening day for baseball. The Tigers lost 4-0. They couldn't get anything going in Tampa Bay. I'm not kidding you. There was 9,000 fans there. Why do you even have a team? How does that even work? We get more for Griffin's hockey games than they get in this giant stadium for a Major League Baseball game. You go to a Griffins game on a Friday or Saturday night, it's standing room only. There's just people lined up outside the door and they have to say, we have no more tickets to sell. Go home. People are like, fuck you. Fuck you. Trying to sneak in the venue. It's unbelievable. And they're on Friday night especially, they're just there to get shit-faced and eat the hot dogs. They don't even pay attention to the game. Everybody's picking up chicks. Chicks are picking up guys. There's gangbangs going on. It's crazy. Reverse gangbangs. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck that was talking about. But the Dodgers, the L.A. Dodgers against the L.A. Angels, I think, from Dodger Stadium last night. I don't care about who won. No. A dude asked a lady to marry him. But you got to up your game. You can't just do it and hope to be on the big board or some stupid thing like that. No, no, no. This guy, all in. He has the ring in his pocket. He's sitting next to his significant other. And he says, honey, keep your eye on me. Something amazing is about to happen. He jumps the home run fence, runs onto the field. He's in the middle of the outfield. He turns around. He drops to the knee. He sticks out his hand, and in his hand is the box. And he opens it, and he mouths, will you? Oh! Oh! He got greased. There's no doubt this dude who I'm about to show you, okay, is a former NFL football player. You know what? I'm not even sure if it was the Dodgers playing the Angels. It could have been anybody. I have no idea. But I know it was the Dodgers. Here's the dude. He's in the outfield. Look at the player in the background. He's excited for the dude. Look how happy the player is. It might be Arizona. He's like, yay, this is happening. He's like throwing his support to Dodger fan. But wait a minute. Here comes this dude who's running, the security guy, at no doubt about 75 miles an hour. Watch, when he gets about 5 yards from the guy, he goes low like Ray Lewis to just hammer this dude. Okay, look at. See? He's going into the spearing position. Oh, Oh, no. Look at the player. The player's like, holy shit. This is the ring here. This is the ring. It went flying. This is just incredible. Oh. Wow, they are really, really aggressively tying this guy up. Someone's yelling, "Tase him!" All right, the guy picked up the ring. The player there is saying something. This guy is so happy. He is so happy. Oh, my God. I've got another view of this from the stands. This is all the fans are yelling, and you're even going to see the chick that he's proposing to. Takes the knee. I think it's the blonde. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh! That reaction was awesome. Oh my God. This is my favorite moment of the week. Oh man, I just can't get enough of that. Tyler says, I hope the ring went flying and nobody found it for him. Can you imagine they're mowing the field? It goes flying. Tyler says, what a hit. Cole says, hopefully she said no. Boy, we got a real anti-group here hating on this guy. Nick says, I'm calling it a complete work. It could have been. Maybe even the team did it. I don't know. Donut Dan says, I think those may be those dudes from Memphis, Tennessee that are charged with murder for beating up that dude. What story is that? Did I talk about that? Why? That seems vaguely familiar to me. I don't know, man. It was a hard hit. Donut Dan says the police. I haven't thought about that story in a while. It completely left my mind. Stevie says, bless his heart. She basically said, fuck you to that guy. I want you all at some point to work bless your heart in to someone today. Well, then again, they probably know you're saying fuck you to them. I wonder if there's ever been a time where someone said, bless your heart. And then the person who received the heart blessing turned around and said, yeah, boom, and then punched him in the face, because basically they said, fuck you. All right, I'm going to check out if there's any T-shirts of the day worth looking at. Do we have any sales going on? They don't let me know when they decide to put my T-shirts on sale. The hell? I'm having internet issues again. Well, more like I can't type issues again. Eric Zane Show.com. Merch. There is no sale. Back up to full price. But they're still pretty cheap to begin with. The fact that you can get an absolute classic shirt, that being the Zany Bunch, My God. There they are. 7 pets, Eric and Diana, the logo in the middle, featuring 2 that are no longer with us. I still can't believe that I'm saying that. Buddy Bobcat Face is no longer here. Daisy, one of the saddest things. I can honestly say, that was the most intense bit of trauma at one time that I've ever experienced because of the suddenness of that. I still can't believe that happened. Even the passing of Diana's brother, I said earlier, 1 and 2, and I couldn't figure out which one was more horrible. But no, it was definitely the Daisy thing, just in its scope and intensity. But this is a legendary shirt because you got all those dogs together. You got Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog, Lincoln, the one-eyed wonder cat. Buddy ended up losing an eye. So at one point of these 7 pets, 3 of which had one eye. So 7 animals, yet only 11 eyes. O'Neill with that unbelievable smile. Benny looking a little bit timid. Bruce with just, hey, I'm going to go fuck shit up look on his face. Daisy's happy as can be. By the way, today was a morning for Benny the Lightning Protector. I should say Benny Thunder Protector. The dog gets in the bed during thunder and says, hey, I'm actually protecting you from the thunder. That's why I'm here. It's not because I'm scared to death of the thunder. I'm actually getting under the covers and nuzzling up to you no matter who else is on the bed. To protect you. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Dawn Collins, the Canadian Twitch guru, is in attendance currently. It's good to see you. This man is absolutely a force of nature. He's the one who convinced, well, he didn't convince me. He just, at the early stages of my podcast in 2019, he banged on my door and said, hey, you don't know me, but I see you're doing a show on Facebook. Would you consider doing it on Twitch? And I wasn't ready for that. And when I was ready, I reached back out to him. This is like 2 years later, 2.5 years later. And he completely rolled out the red carpet for me. And because of the thing on Twitch, it has opened up so many more doors. I mean, my God. Absolutely fantastic. In fact, Don there is a good pal of Tyler Glenn in Manitoba, another Canadian ally, who also, he got his ass handed to him in radio. And Don said, you should reach out to this Eric Zane guy. He's kind of doing his thing, and, you know, he doesn't give any fucks about radio and just does it. And he's doing it on Twitch. Check it out, and then I'm sure he'll help you. Reach out to him, and he'll help you. And so, you know, when Tyler reached out, I was like, well, fuck yeah, I'm going to help you. I want anybody. I mean, it's terrible to see talent just have to wither away and fade away into nothing. There's definitely a place for you in radio, or in the internet sphere, if you will. Content creation. Twitch. So then he had several conversations, and as you know, we had him on the show, and now he's off. He's left the nest. Go on. Get out. Get out. You can do it. Thank you, Don. You're a wonderful person. Thank you for all your assistance and help. And then, of course, you got Sean Sargent, another legend who was part of Team Don that helped out your old pal Easy. He's the one who built all this shit. All right. Don, if you ever have anybody who's in the radio world who gets their ass handed to them and they're all desperate and sad, feeling bad for themselves that their career's over, You send them my way, and I will set them straight. I'll whip their ass into shape real quick, and you know that. When I got Tyler Glenn on the phone, Don, the first time we spoke, he has no idea what the hell's going on. By the end of that conversation, that dude was ready to run through a wall. And, 9 months later, he just crushes it. So, yeah, keep me in mind. I'd love to help those folks. They should come to you. All right. Where are we here? All right, I got the proposal gone wrong. I got the T-shirt of the day. And now I want to talk about Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, one of the multitude of amazing companies that help keep the lights on for this show. Thank you, Irvine's. 616-532-6600. Get your cars repaired there if you are in West Michigan. Early bird drop-off, late bird pickup. They got loaner cars. They got the best techs in the business. This isn't like some place where there's a bunch of grease monkeys who smoke meth while they're working on your car that meet you at the front and then rip your ass off. Okay, you can shit twice as fast because you got two assholes. No. This is a family, veteran, lady-owned and run business with the best coffee maker on the planet in the waiting area. 616-532-6600. As always, I want to thank Bosco's Pub. That's where I'm a fry cook. I'll be there next week. I don't know my schedule. Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville. Go there to eat. I do cameos. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. They're $20. There's no one better on Cameo. A&E Heating and Cooling is who I want you to call to get your furnace fixed or your air conditioning tuned. We're at the end of March. Here in Michigan, it'll stop snowing about June 28. And then you'll be able to turn on the air conditioner. 616-516-8579. Speaking of Tyler Glenn, he lives in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So where you at, Eric, eh? Oh, I'm in Grand Rapids. Oh, man, you get a lot of snow there, eh? That's like beauty. You're in Winnipeg. Oh, I know, but we don't get snow like you guys. Grand Rapids is epic, you know? I mean, like, you know, you got lake effect snow, eh? It's beauty. No doubt about it. But in Winnipeg, it gets to be like minus 50 below zero, like every winter. It gets so cold that at some point on the thermometer, the Fahrenheit passes the Celsius. Did you know that happens? Like, if you know how like it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 0 Celsius. As it gets colder and colder, and I don't know how this does it, the Fahrenheit goes like a bigger number. At a point where it's like minus 50 Fahrenheit, it would only be like minus 40 Celsius. And that doesn't make any sense in the world. I don't know how that happens, but it does. Canadians know this shit. That's stuff that they pay attention to. Call A&E 616-516-8579. Let's see. Yeah, Don says Celsius and Fahrenheit match at minus 40. That's incredible. Good question by Jimmy. Are they going to make a hamburger called the Daisy? Because at Bosco's, all the burgers are named after, like, the dogs that have passed. Well, the restaurant is named after their current dog, Bosco's Pub. I don't want to ask them that. Their menu's their menu. If they make it, great. Tyler lives in bugfuck Manitoba. Oh, my God. You're too kind, because Donnie then says, you have one of the best shows on the platform. You are loved in the digital sphere. Well done. That makes your old pal Eric Zane feel good, Don. You kind of made my day with that one. Did I mention I have a crush on you? All right, let's move on. Another case of older lady, well, in this case, 42. I wouldn't consider that to be old. One that I think if she's smiling and maybe some mascara fixes the hair up, could be reasonably hot, porking a young boy. Now, we had one just the other day. I talked about that woman who I described as a Green Bay snow cow, who, 27, was porking a 13-year-old boy. Now, she looked, my God. Well, with the term snow cow, it just gives you a general vibe of her. My theory is that the hotter you are, the less of a problem it is if you're a chick and you have this going on with a young boy. And also, it's always mind-boggling that this even takes place in the first place. And why would I don't know, is it the same type of reasons that an old chick would want to have sex with a young boy? Is it the same as like how a guy would do that with a young girl? And I don't even just saying that makes my skin crawl. For some reason, though they are charged the same, I always think that it's more horrific if a man is doing it to a little girl. I'm not sure why. And it shouldn't be. I mean, any adult who does that to a child is a horrible pedophile and should be locked away or shot in the head or something like that. I mean, my God, you're sexually abusing a minor. But I think that the problem is that too often I've convinced myself that the young boy involved is not doing it against his will. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you this. If I'm 13 years old and pounding my pud all the time and reasonably hot chick decides she's going to have sex with me, I'm not telling anybody. I'm going to have sex with her as much as possible. Okay? I don't think that's the same for a young girl. At least I just don't believe that. I don't believe that that's how that works. It's two entirely different things. Does that make... I know this is all weird, but, I mean, you'd have a hard time arguing that, right? I mean, it's not like the kid's going, oh, no, don't make me have sex with you. You know? That's probably never happened in history. So that's interesting. Well, anyway, this chick, Kira McGlynn, out of Portland, Maine. Actually, Standish, Maine, but this is in like former listener Lonely Nick territory. Okay? In fact, this could be like Nick's next wife if he plays his cards right. Because I know that Nick's wife recently left him for some guy by the name of Rocky. True story. And so he is definitely not a great husband. And so that's what happens. That's why he's got the name Lonely Nick now. He prefers to be called that, Lonely Nick. But if she beats this rap or she gets out of prison and then, I don't know, destroys her teeth and makes them black, that would be perfect for Nick. This woman, Kira McGlynn, felony charge of sexual abuse of a minor, also charged with victim witness tampering. Oh, my. This is ugly. Details. On Tuesday, she turned herself in to Portland police after warrants were issued for her arrest. They said the investigation began in February when the 42-year-old woman was accused of having sexual contact with a teenage boy. Investigators learned that McGlynn also asked the victim to lie about her conduct. Officials say McGlynn knew the victim. Let's put it this way. If I live in a neighborhood and in hypothetical scenario 1, I'm mowing my lawn and my 45-year-old neighbor comes over, a dude. He says, yeah, well, hey, a 13-year-old girl went to the police and said that I had sex with her, and I did. So I would stop him and say, get the fuck off my property. You're a child rapist. All right? If that snow cow that I talked about yesterday, same scenario, told me the same thing, I would say, this is so sick. Get the fuck away from me, you fucking animal. But if a chick hotter than Kim Kardashian came out and said, Eric Zane, you won't believe this. I'm in trouble. I had sex with this child. I would say, hey, don't you even worry about it. It's going to be okay. You didn't do anything wrong. The kid loved every second of it, and it's all going to work out. No one's going to put you away, and you shouldn't be. You were doing him a favor. Congratulations. And if you think anything other than that, you're a liar. You would do the same damn thing. This chick, I don't know. I can't quite get a bead on her appearance. I think she might be reasonably hot in a Maine way. I mean, she's probably the hottest chick in the entire state of Maine. We shall see. By Maine standards, she might not get any time whatsoever. They might just say, all right, this is a warning. All right? No more kids under the age of 7. Other than that, you're okay. And then send her on her way because of the Maine attraction standards. They're much different than the rest of the world. In working with the school district, detectives determined that none of the alleged conduct occurred on school property, nor did her role as a substitute teacher lead to the alleged abusive conduct. In a statement, the sheriff's office wrote, at this point, no other victims have been identified, and our investigation has supported this. I just realized that we have a rare moment today as the Queen of the Forest is home. I think I need to reach out to her and see how her day is going. She's had a hell of a week. And I'm struggling to establish the phone connection. I keep dialing Trump for some reason. It's the hardest thing in the world to continue a conversation while you're typing, because then you type the words that you're saying.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Are you still at home?
Well, yeah, where would I be?
I don't know. I'm cooped up here for a couple hours, and I don't know what's going on.
Oh. Yeah, I'm still here.
I told the story about how you made a new friend today.
Yeah.
Lauren Smith is your new BFF.
Yes, she is.
So we can have like a big wine party with you.
I'm going out on the town.
Going out on the town. All right. I like that. You can kind of like be in charge of the pack there.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, last night, you didn't know who I had been doing this show with all week.
Right.
In fact, the conversation started with, so who's Lauren? And then when you finally realized, you were like, oh my God, that's my best friend.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
I listen to her.
I'm glad you do. Yeah, she's great. You know, young ma. She's like got a 5-year-old and like a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old or some shit like that. You know what she's doing? She's going out with girlfriends this weekend to Georgia for like girls' weekend out for spring break.
Oh, nice.
And her husband's got to watch the kids. You believe that?
Oh, boy.
Good stuff.
Maybe I should go too. Maybe I should go with her.
She's gone.
Oh.
No, you gotta a little bit at a time. I don't want things getting out of hand too quickly. But then, because knowing you guys would.
Probably.
What are your plans this weekend?
Well, unfortunately, I have to go to a visitation today.
That's right. A dear friend of ours, Denise passed away.
And then I'm going to a play tonight with my friend. And then tomorrow.
What's going on Sunday?
Oh, Sunday? Yeah, Sunday's gonna be a fun day.
How come?
Well, I'll be spending a good portion of my evening and night in the bathroom.
Oh, like the shower or something?
No, on the shitter.
Monday's colonoscopy day.
Yeah, yay me.
Okay. Yeah, you got one. You got one too.
Clean me all out.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years. You know, this is a great time to like try anal because, you know, there'll be nothing in there. There won't be an opportunity for like a turd showing up in a place that it shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No.
No.
All right. Our dear friend Denise, do you remember when we lived in the old house and she banged on the door to check on something or ask about something and how I reacted? And then you told her. Because she's super cute. May she rest in peace, by the way. She's super cute. And you said, "Who is that?" I said, that was Denise. I said her last name. And she wanted to remind you that, but I can't even spit the words out because she's so cute. I can't even remember what she said. And I said that to you, and you laughed, and then you told her that.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
She was a great gal. We hadn't seen her in the longest time, but
I know.
She was fighting cancer for a long time. Very, very sweet lady.
Very sweet, yes.
All right, miss. It sounds like a busy weekend.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's no fun.
Yeah.
So Sunday, like all day, I get to eat like chicken broth.
No red dye.
Right. So chicken broth, and that's about it. Maybe I get to have like a pop.
Yep.
Maybe some Gatorade.
Oh, that was and you're not doing the deal where you got to drink the formula. I did that.
I have to drink a lot. I have to drink a lot of water, and then these pills.
Yeah, those pills are the way to go. They really are.
I think the pills will be better than that crap you have to drink.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But they do say that the pills can also cause like cramping and nausea and vomiting. So.
Oh my God.
If you know. Yeah,
that's rough. That is rough. All right, miss. Well, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. All right, bye.
There you go, Pooh Bear. Queen of the Forest. The show Friends is in the news. Why in the world? It's because the ageless Jennifer Aniston, who, my God, look at her. What an absolute babe. Holy crap. Wow. You know, she's perfect age, 54, but it's almost, I wouldn't be able to handle it because she looks 31, you know? And you know me. I have no attraction whatsoever in young women because it's so weird. It's just, I can't get past it, you know? I wouldn't be comfortable with anyone under 50. It's just fucked up. And though she's 54, I'd be thrown off because she looks so damn young. This is the weirdest compliment ever. She has said that Friends would be canceled. Like if that show were on today, the way the culture is, that the jokes on it, and I'm like, are you kidding? That show? I thought that was quite a saccharine-safe show. The jokes on Friends would get. I know for a fact that the Office. Oh, I love watching that show now through the lens of today. It's the best. In fact, aren't there a few episodes that have been scrubbed at the request of like showmakers or people who were on the show? Didn't that actually happen? It's so weird. She says, yeah, we would have been screwed. Cole says, yeah, that show's Friends is on all the time, probably playing on some channel right now. She's taking a look at Friends through the modern lens while promoting her new movie, Murder Mystery 2. She admitted there were things that could be seen as funny during that show's run that long ago that may not be seen as funny now. Yeah, everybody loves to get offended, you know? And I'm not saying that that's, you know what? I need to take that back. It's not like they love to get offended, but the world has kind of been put on its ear and made it so people who didn't have a voice before do now, and that's good, but at a cost. There are things that people who 20 years ago, no one would have had the courage to step out and say, hey, I think that's ridiculous. That's offensive to people like me. And all you're doing is reinforcing a stereotype that's hurtful to a person like me, whatever that may be. And I think when you get down to brass tacks, that is correct. But so that's one half of me. And the other half is, who gives a fuck? It's a joke. Like Ben just had a great joke on his Facebook feed. Or Twitter or something like that, that I don't even remember. If I said it, I'd wreck the joke. But he said a racist joke, and it was great. It was a very, very funny joke. But if he had a job, he probably would have gotten a job in radio or something. He'd probably gotten fired. In fact, if anybody found out where he works now, he probably would get fired for it. We talked about that on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast yesterday, and then we had an in-depth discussion on race. And then of the handful of people who pay attention to that show, something really weird happened. It was very much a what the fuck was that moment? Oh, what? Did you just... Uh-oh. Just leave it at that. It's at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Let's put it this way. If what was said on when I was hosting a radio show or on a platform that has a bigger audience, it'd be all over. And I had nothing to do with it. I didn't do shit. This is not me. Okay? Folks, I'm out of time. But I have to award the asshole today. Before I do that, though, if you need a mortgage, and you should get pre-approved before you shop for your home, no matter where you are in the U.S., call Van Dyke Mortgage, the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, more specifically. Their number is 231-332-6505. Call when you need a mortgage. Any state except for South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. I have a flooring company. It's a discount flooring company. In fact, the guy who runs the discount flooring company, Johnson Discount Outlet, is on his way to Florida. That would be Kent. Drop the E, add a U. He's worked very hard. He's taking his family on a trip. Good for you, Kent. To ensure that keeps happening, I want you to go to Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. They are along Chicago Drive in Granville, Michigan. Ugly, tan building, small red sign. Big-ass warehouse with every type of flooring under the sun at a ridiculously marked down price because they buy so much of it in bulk. Mention my name, save an additional 10%. Thank you, Johnson Discount Outlet. Advertise on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Reach one of the 100,000+ people a month who download my show. Reach out, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, and I'll tell you all about it. Like Jennison Pool and Spa Depot, also on Chicago Drive in Jennison between 8th and 12th on the south side, eastbound side of the street. Blue awning, can't miss it. Call this number when you want to get a complimentary in-store consultation about an in-ground pool. No wait. You can have a crew working within a week. 616-457-0500. Get that hole dug. Get that fiberglass insert or vinyl line pool in the ground and set up shop on the deck with your tiki bar, all your booze. You got the campfire going, maybe a little finger bang on the side. Call Jennison Pool and Spa Depot at 616-457-0500. Finally, Blue Frost IT. This is the managed IT service provider for the Eric Zane Show podcast. If you have a small or medium-sized business, reach out to Blue Frost IT today to find out about their services. They can give you a complimentary consultation, face-to-face, 30 minutes, to tell you what you need to upgrade your tech in the workplace. Do that, and please mention my name. Today's asshole of the day is a repeat, very rare repeat. TC Paintball asshole of the day brought to you by Pudding. Congratulations, 2 in a row. That is it for today's show. The Patreon happens in just a little while. I'm basically going to get a handful of stories to talk about, and then we will talk about them coming up on the Patreon bonus podcast. Okay, my friends. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Be safe this weekend, and I will talk to you down the road. Till next time, thank you, folks. Bye-bye.
Crooked smile holding you back? Try Motto Clear Liners. For about half the price of Invisalign. That includes a real-life dentist. Motto Clear Liners. Motivate yourself. Get moving at MottoAligners.com. Average cost of Invisalign is $5,000. Treatment is highly individualized. Cost may vary by case.
The Jeep Wrangler 4xE. It's electrified. So you can boogie woogie woogie up a mountain, over creeks, or boogie woogie woogie through a desert where you get bit by a pit viper. So you boogie woogie woogie back to camp and ask your friends if they'll suck the snake venom out. When they say no, you boogie woogie woogie to the nearest hospital for a dose of antivenom and boogie woogie woogie your way to a full recovery. The electrified Jeep Wrangler 4xE. Learn more at Jeep.com. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.